Hi,
Hello.
Cynthia. How did she leave a comment before we even went live?
She's quick action Cynthia.
No update on lab results yet.
We should get them tomorrow or Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday at the latest. Hey, you wanna come up here? Come on,
Hop up, dude.
hop up. Whoa, good boy. Okay, now sit. Sit. Good boy.
Perfect.
Okay.
What's up, guys?
Welcome back to another live stream in a Scamp.
Whoa. It's working.
Awesome. I just made myself some. This is leftover pumpkin coconut curry soup. No, Camp, this is not for you. You won't be able to see it without me pouring it out.
You'd show them on the spoon, maybe.
Whoa.
Pretty good. Oh, thank you. Excellent.
So, we're leaving tomorrow.
Yes. We are heading to Utah for warm weather and mountain biking and climbing and just generally being.
Yeah, it's a little bit too cold here in Colorado, even still.
It's not too cold. But
It's
with
actually,
you being sick and everything,
yeah.
it'll be really nice to be able to be outside and spend most of our time in the sun.
Yeah.
Greetings from Las Vegas. Yes, Moab.
Yes, you got it. How'd you guess?
I guess it just makes sense. But yeah, Moab will be first, and I'd love to go to Zion. I haven't ever been there.
Yeah, we were kind of wanting to do this live stream to get some ideas as to what our route should be.
Yeah.
Moab is kind of just the first stop that we have never been to and wanted to check out. Greetings from WVA.
Is that West Virginia? Greetings. I also saw Vegas. Hola, you are so clutch. Oh, thanks. We're just so clutch.
We were in Vegas around this time last year.
Yeah, I just saw, I had a photo from, was it Lake Havasu?
Probably.
Still?
Yeah. I looked to see if that would be anywhere on our route, like up Pacific Northwest, but no, it's definitely south.
It's the opposite. Oh, Practical Paradise is here. Yay!
Of course she is!
Great mountain biking in West Virginia as well. Come east. Yeah, the only thing about going east is the, oh, Rachie. Hi, Rach.
I'm eating pumpkin coconut curry soup that I made and I blended with a magic bullet.
It's pretty good. Hi from New Zealand. That's another place that we want to go. Oh, why we haven't gone east is, I don't know about National Forest land and BLM land and...
There's apparently a lot less free camping out
Yeah.
that way. So we haven't explored that area. Humidity also was a huge part of that.
Sorry if I'm just like blankly staring. I'm trying to keep up with the comments.
Hi from Minnesota, hi from Michigan, hi from Sunset, Florida.
Hi guys. Portland. Portland is another place that we're gonna be soon-ish. Northern Minnesota, Michigan again. My driveway is free camping for you. Excellent. We'll keep that in mind. Have you all been to the south? Which south?
We were in Arizona last winter, and that was cool.
Brazil and Nevada.
Casey Mo.
Represent. Montana. Montana's another place that we're going to be in the next little while. Hello again from Portland. Fort Worth, Texas. Cool.
What are we wanting to do in Moab?
What are we wanting to do in Moab? Hi from Washington State. Oh my goodness, there's so many. We didn't go to Joshua Tree, but we went like near enough to Joshua Tree to where we saw a lot of Joshua trees. So that was neat.
I want to go to Moab because I want to be a biker.
Arkansas is one of my favorite places. It's a hidden gem. They have some of the best sandstone rock climbing that I've ever experienced.
Let's talk about why we're going to Moab.
Okay, I'm sorry. Why are we going to Moab?
Because I want to become a biker.
Oh yeah, of course. Elsa's gonna get sick at mountain biking.
I bought a $30 Yeah,
It's a Schwinn.
$30 bicycle from a friend last summer, and it has gotten me to and from the trailhead bathrooms. But
And a little bit of riding.
a little bit. But I want to become a badass biker chick and wear leather and...
You don't do that, though. Yeah, I mean, you can, but it'll be hot as shit. You'll be
I
in the
could wear
desert with your
a
girl with the
bandana.
dragon tattoo garb on.
Yeah, this is the first step, though, toward that
Yes.
life.
Yes. Elsa secretly aspires to be the girl with the dragon tattoo. Like motorcycle riding, no, just human powered for now. What I want to become a one-wheeler. And Elsa gets pissed every time I mention one-wheels because she thinks they're not useful.
I
and we
don't
would
get
hurt.
pissed at all. But
You sound pissed.
If you want a one wheel, you can buy a one wheel. They're like $2,000.
Yeah, I know.
When we could get things like electric bicycles, or put that toward, we could buy a car for the same price.
Yeah, but you can't fit a car in your backpack. Nor can you fit a one wheel in your backpack. I know, but just saying. Are y'all vegan-ish? No, not
officially.
Not by like strict measure.
I am right now, strictly.
Yeah.
For my sickness.
We are coming to California soonish. It's kind of, what we're trying to do is we would like to spend time in the Pacific Northwest, but it like takes us a minute to get there. So we're going to go through Moab and then head generally like west, northwest, just depending.
Like through Salt Lake City?
Yeah.
Or hopefully around.
And then like into California maybe. Oh, St. Joe. I love St. Joe. Okay. And then we'll sort of track north. So I don't know. It would be cool to go up Highway 1 just to say that we did it and to see what that's like. But California is pretty expensive from what I've gathered. But hopefully we can spend a little bit of time there at least. But then we want to be up in the Pacific Northwest for a while and then kind of trend down through Wyoming and Montana and do that. But one of my best friends is getting married in Kansas City in like 2 months. So we're still trying to figure out what we're going to do with camp and the Scamp and if we're going to fly or...
If we're going to have to drive back to have camp, because I wouldn't put camp up. I'd like to leave camp with a friend.
Yeah. So if any of you guys are in that general area and want a Sheba friend for a few days, let us know.
Come on, do you want to hop up?
$19.99? Are you out of your mind?
Oh my God! Just because you're awesome, if you end up in Ohio one day, I'm buying you 2 beers.
2 beers?
For me.
For Elsa. 2 beers for Elsa.
$19.99.
Thank you, Francis.
Oh my gosh, it's Francis. He's the one who always donates.
Oh, Francis.
Right?
You're the best. I go to just read Patreon post, Get Healthy Elsa. Oh, nice. Yeah, I posted that, last night?
What?
Did you know I wrote a Patreon post just like what we're up to kind of like give people an update. If you haven't checked out our Patreon, please do and give us like advice on what you would like to see there and stuff. We're still working Patreon out. And for all you patrons, you guys are the shit. We love you the most.
Brian
Hinton,
$49.99. You are out of your mind.
Thank you, brother. I love it how everybody does 99. So that you drove Highway 1 today.
Thanks, Brian.
How was it? And have you found good camping out there? Tell us all about it.
I've heard that there's a lot of good paid camping along that route. Like unbelievable spots too.
That wouldn't be a bad thing to just like bite the bullet and do that for a little while.
Lots of love to you both. Hope you're feeling better.
Elsa's getting better. Today was a good day.
Yeah.
She smiled like big, like unforced smiles like 3 times. It was excellent.
Yeah, it's been a big, long struggle. I still don't have, for anyone who doesn't know, I got a parasite when I was in Guatemala that I've been struggling with ever since I've gotten back. And I did a stool sample last Monday, and the results come in 7 to 10 days, and we're on day number 8. So still waiting results. We'll take those results to a naturopath doctor to then help me get on some sort of a protocol to try to kill these parasites because they are killing me. But I'm on a really hardcore diet of no sugar, no alcohol, no grains, no processed foods. So I'm basically just eating homemade soups and bone broth and salad and a little bit of fruit. So I'm pretty freaking healthy right now.
Thanks, Lindsay. Send us over all the deets.
It's illegal to sleep in a vehicle on Highway 1, but
Good
there
thing it's a
are
camper and not a vehicle.
but there are some spots
Sorry,
for
I'm
free on the iOverlander app. I can
Cool.
message you. Yes, please do.
Camp's allergies are good. We just got him some CBD. We just loaded up on CBD actually from some friends out here in the Arkansas Valley.
Oh, and by loaded up, you
They
mean
loaded us up. And I've been working with them on like web stuff and everything.
Whoa, CBD.
All the health. So hopefully when Camp's allergies flare up, we'll be able to combat them a little bit with CBD and licorice root.
Hey.
Speaking of.
Hey.
Relax, dude.
Okay.
Here, give him up here and I'll hold him. Oh my goodness, 2 donations. Nancy, thank you.
Nancy, $20.99. Are you out of your mind? Thank you, Nancy.
You're okay, bud.
$10.26.
Not 99.
Not 99.
What a rabble rouser. Yeah, so our friends grow the CBD. They have a hemp farm that's like an acre organic hemp farm. And then they process it with spagyric extraction. It's like a classic alchemic process that reintroduces all of the different constituents of the plant. So it's like a full spectrum, like really, really good CBD. And the site is ninjacbdproducts.com.
Where is that one that's opened? Is it in here?
I don't know. It's the 2000. And if you use the discount code NOMAD, NOMAD, all caps, you get 20% off. So
Look at how dark it is. I had somebody tell me that the darker it is, the more concentrated it is. I don't know if that's real.
But it's not an isolate. It's so they burn down the plant sediment after they do the extraction, the like alcohol extraction, and then they reintroduce the minerals from the plant into that's what evolved alchemy does for them. And
oh wow.
yeah,
So that's
it's like
full, like extracted and then re-extracted.
Yeah. So it's the 3 different parts of the plant. It's like the soul, the spirit, and the minerals.
Oh my beautiful nails.
So.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
it's
not
ninjacbdproducts.com, and if you use the code NOMAD on checkout, you get 20% off. So.
And these are some of our really good friends. It's super cool that they're doing this.
Yeah, it's
and
awesome.
Baron hooked them up with the guy who extracts it. We met that guy at a conscious festival called a Rise. So it's kind of a cool full circle thing to now see the products here and to be able to offer some discount codes for it too.
Yeah.
This is a 250 milligram. They've got a 500 milligram. All of these say 1,000 and a 2,000.
Oh, and the capsules. The capsules were super useful when Elsa's belly was giving her issues, because then rather than like metabolizing it up here, it like actually gets down into your gut and stuff.
Yeah, it's a very different feeling.
Yeah.
The capsules versus the tinctures.
Supposedly you have like 2 different endocannabinoid systems or like inputs. I don't know. I'm speaking out of
cannabinoid or cannabinoid?
I don't know.
Everybody says cannabinoid, but
endocannabinoid, I don't know. Words are hard. You're okay, Bubba. Where are you in Colorado? Generally the Arkansas Valley, like headwaters of the Arkansas. How much CBD per dose?
This says use 1 to 2 full droppers daily.
Yeah, but it's like...
Kind of depends.
Yeah, I don't know what the exact concentration is. But they're badass, like ultra concentrate extractions, so promise it's good stuff. You want to switch the subject?
Nope.
No, we talking CBD. Where are we going now? We're going to Utah and then kind of trending west and then northwest. If you want to stay in Minnesota, we would love to come out to Minnesota and check out the Scamp factory and do a video of that. That would be really cool. Can I have some of that?
This is the only thing that I can eat.
What's popping? I don't know what's popping. I just want to bite because it looks delicious.
Elsa, where do you get your chamomile rosewater under eye roll-on? That's from Zum. Zum makes a lot of products like that goat soap and room spray that's in a. They sell it in a lot of grocery stores, but it's Zum. I got it at the store
Indigo
itself.
Wild.
Indigo Wild in Kansas
Yeah.
City.
Portland, Oregon, yes. I have some family up there, so we were definitely going to go up there. Not just for them, but like generally.
$9.99.
Thank you, Michelle.
Are you out of your mind, Michelle? Thank you.
Yeah, we will go through Salt Lake. I would love to go check out the Goal Zero. Supposedly has like a. I have family in Bend, Oregon as well, but Goal Zero supposedly has a like outlet shop where they have a bunch of their like open box stuff, and I'd like to go by there and just see what they have.
Thanks, John. I appreciate it. I've been drinking Elsa's kava cacao drink and getting close to my cocoa roots. Good. I love hearing that people like cacao.
We just had some right before the stream to get on the level. No, we didn't. We had nothing to do with that. I don't know what the whole story with that whole thing is. 99 out of your mind, yes. Are you both into bicycles? Yes.
I'm about to be. I'm gonna learn. That's why we're going to Moab.
Yeah, I mountain biked a decent bit in Kansas City, in like Swope Park and Shawnee Mission Park, and what was it? Blue Springs, I think there was a track too.
I'd love to hear more about cacao. It's hard for me to be comfy buying from so far away. It makes me uneasy.
Totally feel that.
From California, or that it's from like sourced in other countries?
Oh, I don't know. I just think like that kind of thing. I like to buy at like a store a lot of times for
because it's
reason.
kind of weird and new.
Yeah.
Yeah, they offer sample packs. You can buy a little sample 2-ounce kit for like $5.
Camp just eked out a fart. Francis, another donation. Bro, you already bought us beers.
Correction, I'll buy beers for both of you, but Elsa can have two if she likes.
That's all good.
Francis!
I'll drive. I'll be the designated
He's out
driver.
of his mind.
Judy, can somebody explain to her how you donate? It's hard to, I don't know if we can see how to do that since we are the ones doing this.
But anyway, about cacao.
Whatever.
Yeah, you can buy sample packs, but it's really just super bitter chocolate. That tastes really good. It's really good for you. It tastes really good when you get used to it.
Yeah.
$4.99. Jen M. Are you out of your mind? Love following you guys. I live in KC and my dad lives in Portland. I can't wait to see your next adventure.
Awesome.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you, Jen. There was another something. Oh, on cacao. How would you describe how it makes you feel? I know we've had this conversation before.
I've been drinking it every morning these last freaking 25 days. I've been sick because it makes me happy. It's full of a lot of neurochemicals that are already present in your brain. Things like anandamide and serotonin and
theobromine. But that's not a
theobromine. It's like a coffee caffeine, similar to caffeine, but it just makes me feel so happy.
It's a heart opener, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Mary Lou. Love you too.
Miss Mary Lou. Hey, Miss Mary Lou, do you want to be moderator if you're going to be here for a while?
I know. All these donations are awesome. Thank you guys so much. And don't feel obligated. But
it's gas
thank you
money.
So much. Yeah.
And bike
Y'all
money.
are getting us to Moab. And getting Elsa a bike. Ocala Forest? Huh. I've never heard of that. Do you guys ever visit Georgia? We have not.
I think it would be a little hot and humid for the Scamp.
Yeah,
the Scamp doesn't work in heat.
The Scamp's okay in dry heat, but
Yeah.
humid heat, it gets pretty brutal. Mosquitoes those are a thing too.
I put cacao nibs in whole dates. Whoa. That's a good idea. I freaking love dates.
That's like Elsa's favorite
But
thing.
they're off my current diet, unfortunately.
Camp, can you relax?
Thanks, man. We really feel that our lives are ideal as well. We've
For
made
us,
it
at
that
least.
way.
Yeah.
A life by design.
What have you done to prep the Scamp for long-term travel? Great question, Rach.
Rachel? Kate?
Yeah.
Well, not the Scamp.
Yeah,
but
we haven't. So the Scamp, what we need to do with the Scamp, and if somebody is a geek on this and has repacked bearings and like understands the torsional axle on the Scamp and like how that works, send me a message because I need to dig into that more. But we mostly have been working on the Subaru over the last few weeks. We got a new alternator because our voltage was reading low, and that way our battery will always stay topped off and we can charge our Goal Zero stuff. We replaced the belts. We put an AC belt back on because we didn't have an AC belt for
a year?
a year, so now we have AC. We put a new head unit in it. Yeah, Tom, send me a message on Instagram or email, baronlink@gmail.com.
Or Baron Link on Insta.
Yeah.
BARRON.
LINK. But yeah, we got a new head unit that has CarPlay, so then we can like navigate and play music and everything, and not have to have our wonky FM transmitter.
Yeah, well, it's that because when we're in big cities, we can't listen to anything on our phones because there's 2 dogs here.
Yep. But Judy figured it out. Flute music that comes
Judy
soon.
Goldwater.
Awesome.
Thank you, Judy. She is a professional flutist.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's rad. Okay, so then we got springs. We got Rallytech springs for all 4 corners of the Subi, and they're like an inch taller than the stock springs. So that's like effectively like a 1.5 inch lift for us because our springs were so sagged out, and hopefully that'll help with all the weight that we put into the car to like make, and it'll help us with ground clearance too. Because when we were towing with the bikes and everything on, the Subi was really like sagging low and it would bottom out. Hello from Buena Vista.
Eric, my brother.
That sounds like a familiar place.
Eric, I have it ready. I was going to present it here on this live stream. Give me a minute.
Yeah,
Are
stay
you
tuned,
done
Eric.
with the car?
With the car, what else do we get?
It looks pretty sick. It's lifted. Feels like 5 inches.
Well, it looks like a lot because our old springs were so sagged out. So we have like a good 1.5, 2 inches of clearance.
So new alternator, new springs,
New belts, AC, and a head unit.
And a head unit.
And I thought that the head gaskets could potentially be leaking, because we're getting a little bit of oil dripping down into that ground cover pan. Oh, hi from
Vince
Northeast
B?
Arizona.
Northeast Arizona on the Navajo.
Ooh,
I think
cool.
we passed through there when we were in
Yeah.
Arizona last. That's some beautiful geography out there.
Yeah, it is. It's the Sony AX100, I believe, or something to that effect. It's one of the most popular ones on Amazon. It was like $300.
Thank you, Susan Poland.
Y'all are the
$20.
best.
Jeez.
So anyway, last thing with the car. I thought it could be the head units that were like seeping, but it ended up being the turbo return hose, like the thing that takes the oil back into the engine from the turbo. The little clamp on that had come loose. So now that's tightened back up, so now we shouldn't have any leaks at all. And we weren't leaking like that much oil, but it's just something that we got to top off over
Got
time.
a new gas cap too.
Yeah.
Hopefully that error goes away.
And it has. So Eurobus is who did all this work for us. These guys. They're in Buena Vista, Colorado, and they take old VW Vanagons and Westfalias, and they put Subaru Boxer motors in them, and like different Volkswagen motors, and they just like make vans super dope, and they're awesome people. So if you ever need any of that kind of work done, hit those guys up. Or if you need a van, they have like nearly 30 vans sitting around that they've
They're getting
picked
ready
up
to
over
renovate.
time. Yeah, so they're awesome people.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say after I talked about car stuff? Oh, bullet journal.
Oh. My brother asked to see it.
Yeah.
My brother and sister are both in this live stream.
I wonder where my brother is. Freaking slacker. My dad's probably in here, but he's scared to comment. Dad, you should comment if you're in here.
Headed out. Thanks, Brian. I appreciate it. You're always in our live streams when you can
Brian,
be.
was it you that said that you know Scamp stuff? Because if you do, please send me a message.
He always comments on everything.
You're the man, Brian.
Yeah, he's awesome. I'll quickly talk about this. My bullet journal. I just finished my April spread. It's looking pretty sick. This is my. I have a daily journal where I document things like where we have been and different memories and stuff. But I'll show you quickly because I think a lot of people last time found it really interesting. My finished March.
Should I take him quick so he quits squeaking?
Sure. He just wants to be outside, I think.
I might just take him on like a quick little,
Okay.
2-second walk.
This artwork is by my friend Nikki Fenn. Scamp within a scamp.
Yo, dog, I heard you like scamps.
I have got a gratitude page now that I'm doing with every calendar. On my calendars, I am documenting where I've been. Is this backwards for you guys, or can you see it normal? We have been to Buena Vista. We've spent a lot of time in BV. Mia, $20. Thank you so much. I always look for the Scamp art. It's normal. Okay, thanks. Baron's taking Camp on a walk. It's pretty easy making a bullet journal. Yeah, it can be. This one's pretty easy. I've got tasks, my mantra, goals. Look how many places I went this month. Freaking crazy. Then every day I have my tasks. I've started doing memories, and since I got severely sick, I started doing symptoms, which I then put on a later page, and that'll make sense in a minute. This is my tracker. This is so interesting. This is why I continue to bullet journal. I've got all my substances, some diet stuff, and then I added some vitamins that I was taking. Natural antiparasitic herbs. I took them pretty routinely when I had some severe dysentery in Guatemala, and then here and there ever since, and I kind of stopped that for a minute. And then some lifestyle things like exercising, dancing, reading, meditation. Now this is super interesting up here. I like my sleep to be really high, 8 to 9 hours. 50.99. You really are out of your freaking mind. Cassandra Ware. You guys are amazing. Keep rocking it. Thank you so much. Frick. You crazy. Thank you. Dang. I like my sleep to be really high. This is when I was traveling in Guatemala and in Belize, and I really did not know where we were going to be at any given time. I was out there to document their trip, video and photo. So I was just kind of like stress travel, having a great time. Then I fell deathly ill. Mood went from 10 to 0 in one day. Went kind of crazy, was just pooping myself, throwing up all day, every day. It was horrible. This is when I got back to Guatemala, so my stress evened out, my mood evened out. I was just so happy to be back in the U.S. where there was safe water. Then I got back to Colorado and had some issues adjusting to altitude. I ended up getting super sick again, and it's just been super freaking turbulent for a long time, ever since. AJL, $20. Elsa, how do you think living in a Scamp has contributed to your relationship? Would you do anything differently when picking your trailer if you had to do it all over again? I'm going to answer this really quick, just for the people who aren't interested in this, and then I'll get back to this. And since Baron's not here, don't ever do this! I'm just kidding. The Scamp life has made our relationship stronger than it's ever been, ever, because we have to work through problems. I'm kind of a person who likes to run from confrontation, so there's nowhere to go in here, and especially in the winter, there's just no place to go. So we have to sit in here and we have to talk about our problems. And truly, that's been a huge thing. I wouldn't, neither of us would prefer a larger trailer, and it's not on either of our agendas to get a new trailer or a bigger trailer because Baron can lift this one up with his hands. When we move it, he can attach it to the car by picking it up and plopping it on the car hitch. And also, if I had any bigger space, I'd have more stuff, and that stresses me out. I am so messy. Except for in my bullet journal. This is my March lunar spread. Fertility awareness method. I'm tracking my hormones. I had fevers, for several days, so my hormones got all messed up. I've been really crazy, emotional, like, not in a psycho way, but just everything makes me cry. Happy cry, sad cry. It's been a lot. Then this is new this month, daily memories and daily successes. So I can look back at all my various memories and successes, and this has been a really fun thing. Now, I started tracking my food intake, fluid intake, supplements, and my symptoms this way, so that if and when I go to the doctor, I can be like, here, look, this is everything that I've been going through. Help me. And hopefully that'll work. Quickly, I'll just run through my April. I've got another gratitude page. I've got my weekly calendar, a blank page for notes that I always fill up, my tracker. This one has a lot more vitamins and anti-parasitic natured herbs, probiotics, things like that. My memories and successes page, lunar calendar, and fertility awareness, and then another food tracker. And that's it. Do you track your hormones by your body temp? Eric, you're so... Thanks for all the questions. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
It's called the basal body temperature. In the morning, you can track where in your cycle you're at, because during your two phases, you have a luteal phase and a follicular phase, your temperatures.
Can I come sit?
Yes. 1999, Rocky Mountain Mike. Are you out of your mind? Jeez, this is not a good angle right here. But, Eric, yeah, that's all you have to do for females is take your temperature first thing in the morning. If it's really high, you're likely in your luteal phase, and if it's really low, you're in your follicular. But a lot of things can change it and affect it. What are
I'm
you
having
eating?
an orange.
How many oranges have you had today? Because I know how many oranges I've had.
I've probably had 2 so far. This is my 3rd.
I've had
Oranges are so good.
Yeah, we've been craving them a lot.
We go through like weird kicks on different fruits and vegetables. For last year, we were eating just loads of kiwis for some reason.
Yeah, we have different phases of different foods. We had a hummus phase.
Yeah.
We go through beer phases.
Yeah. Lots of phases.
With that bullet journal, I am really wanting to make a type of bullet journal like that looks like this, that comes in a hard copy that you can buy for $2020. $2020 in 2020. I just need to figure out how the heck to do that. But that is a big goal of mine for next year, is to start selling my hand-done bullet journals. What's your take on cocaine?
I've never really done cocaine to like actually get a feeling for it. But honestly, I think there's lots of useful compounds, and that's really not necessarily one of them.
I would buy your journal. That's really nice to know. Thank you. I would buy it.
Elsa got me into journaling too, because she would bring out her journal when we were talking about different experiences or different places that we had been, and it was really cool to like tap back into all those places and memories that I would have otherwise forgotten, you know?
That are just written down. That's my daily journal. It's not my bullet journal. Journaling has been huge for me.
Is it hard to eat healthy on your budget? No, that's like honestly one of the things that we
Do not budget on.
we spend money on healthy food as like insurance, you know, so that we can keep in good health.
Like organic food and goat cheese and endless fruit.
Yeah. Do you want any of this?
Greens powder, that's kind of expensive. Vitamins.
But if you eat a lot of fruits and leafy greens and vegetables and things like that, eating healthy doesn't have to be stupid expensive. Like there are different ways to hack it to do it clean. And nuts and
Thanks,
nut
Miss
butters
Mary
are
Lou.
really good frugal fuel foods.
We're using our wood stove every day. As told by Carly, $25. Jeez, what the heck? We're at $327 freaking dollars. You are all out of your mind.
In the best way.
Yes, thank you.
Shirts. Okay, so that's, yes. We would love to make more shirts, but we need to find a good like merino wool t-shirt
She wants
supplier.
merino.
Yeah, we need to find a good merino wool t-shirt supplier that we can actually like have that we can get for like a reasonable price, because generally they're all like $60, and we don't want to get one just off like Alibaba or whatever. We'd like to work with like a badass merino wool company.
But it seems like merino wool is still kind of newish
Ish,
to the market.
Yeah,
Like
but
to
it's
the
been
popular market.
yeah,
People
I guess.
don't really go to merino when they're choosing athletic clothing.
But yeah, if you know any or have any contacts with different people that make merino wool garments, let us know, because we would love to figure that out. Merino
Yeah,
is
that's a really great idea.
It's a variant of sheep that was originally
Carly.
from, I believe, New
Zealand.
New Zealand. And the story that I've heard is they don't have natural predators, so over time they evolved to have like really soft wool, because the coarse wool is to like fend off wolves and such. So it has antimicrobial oil in the wool that prevents it from stinking. So it's a really good, like, you can wear it as an under layer, and then you just like hang it out in the sun or in the wind and it'll lose its stink really quickly.
Whereas like a human hair has a lot of crevices and pores and things in the hair, so it absorbs scent a lot easier than merino, which is smooth.
Yeah.
We love it. And it's a good idea. I saw somebody say to put camp on a t-shirt.
Yeah, somebody else said hemp too, and I haven't had a lot of hemp-based clothing, so I don't know. Yeah, we do eat avocados. That's been a staple for sure. What I like to do is pink hemp, like just cut it in half and then score it like both ways, and then put pink Himalayan crystal salt, because
it's got 82 minerals.
Yeah, it's got minerals, and black pepper and cayenne. And if you have a little bit of lime, put a little bit of lime on there.
Nutritional yeast.
Nutritional yeast is good too.
Throw some hemp seeds on there.
Yeah, girl.
Get some kale. Just make it a freaking salad.
But just quick, easy snack. Just cut an avocado in half, score it, and put some salt and pepper and cayenne on it, and it's very good. And it's a keto snack. Lots of comments. I'm trying to keep track. Oregon, yes. We would
Thank you to our moderator, Miss Mary Lou.
Yeah.
FYI, by the way.
Yep, you rock, Miss Mary Lou.
Miss Mary Lou has her own YouTube channel and podcast and a wonderful Instagram account.
You guys are going to Buena Vista.
He's asked this like 15,000 times and I've answered. We spent a lot of time in BV.
Yeah. Do you eat fish occasionally?
When it's around... Cassandra! Cassandra! She's already donated $50.
What?
I suffer from chronic illness and can't do everything I want to do, like living in a scamp. So I'm going to live vicariously through you guys, okay?
You got it.
Thank you, Cassandra. We'll keep trying to show our story, which will get more exciting as we leave to go to Moab here soon. This is a lot of fun. I'm stoked. I hope I feel better.
I think the hot weather will be good.
Yeah, and
Spend
today
time in
was
the
really
sun.
encouraging.
Yeah.
I just need to get more...
Holy shit. Sorry, I cussed.
Joey,
Thank you, Joey.
$200. I travel in a Casita 17-foot Liberty Deluxe. Wow, I have a feeling that's wonderful. Currently in Amarillo, Texas.
It's
We went through there.
Amarillo.
And leaving for the Amish country in Lancaster, Pennsylvania in 2 weeks. Just washed, waxed, and lubed the bearings today, aka Travel RN. Oh,
Yeah. So that's what I need to do.
thanks, Joey.
Is repack the bearings. So yeah. So maybe that's a thing that we can.
Where's that? On the
So the
wheels?
bearings are, you take off the hubcap, or I think it's called, I don't know.
You take off the screws that are on the wheel.
I don't know. I don't know exactly how to get to it. I haven't researched it, and ours is so old that it's like corroded on there. But then, so the bearings are these little, like, spherical metal balls that are around where the wheel goes. So you grease those so they don't seize up.
$2. Thank you, Matthew Tombaugh.
So yeah, I
Yeah,
need
we
to do
should
that.
do that.
Yeah.
That's something that we
Yeah,
should do.
We should do that.
We've been meaning to wax the Scamp for about 2 years.
Yeah. She's doing all right though.
We've got some cracks in our fiberglass or our plexiglass window here.
Yeah.
So
So that's a bummer.
we're going to have some serious Scamp work happening in the next
Wow.
10 years.
Just whenever we find somebody to work with that
Yeah.
is
wants-
like stoked to help and
knows what
has
they're
the
doing
tools
and is
knows what
fun,
yeah,
and
exactly.
we need to put our feelers out. But that's why we're leaving, is to go make new friends and enter into that world of people who kind of do this and do custom renovations and stuff.
Wyoming, I'm not sure where we would go in Wyoming. It's just kind of,
Yeah, we don't know where we're going to go anywhere.
yeah.
We need to make a path. But
just Moab because it's close, and then from there we can kind of trickle our way around and figure out what makes sense. What is the next size up in Scamps? A 16 foot.
yeah, because the Scamps come in 13, 16, and 19.
Yeah.
And then truck bed. The fifth wheel truck bed Scamps are freaking great.
Yeah, they're sick.
I love those. It's like the 13-foot with an extra bed that sits on top of the truck bed.
If we had kids or more humans with us, that would be an excellent
Yeah.
thing.
If we needed a truck for anything.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we will.
Yeah. It's just like, I don't know. I guess it would just be like pulling a 16-foot Scamp if you had the truck bed, if you had the 19.
Yeah.
But then you sacrifice your whole truck bed. So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you move up to that? Maybe, but then we would have to get a whole new vehicle, and then I couldn't move the Scamp around by hand, and I don't know.
Yeah, I answered that while you were gone.
Oh,
but
sorry.
We don't want to... It just is nice having such a teeny camper. It's really not on either of our agendas to upgrade.
Yeah, because really it's kind of a side grade. Like we would have more space, but there's lots of things and lots of places that we couldn't access.
Mm-hmm.
Get you a Subaru Baja? Yes. I love those. we said that if we do make a move in Puerto Rico, that's the car that would be the best
They're
to have, I
just
think.
so ugly.
But that's part of what's so awesome about it. And they have a boosted model with a hood scoop and everything. They're awesome. Yeah, I like the size of Scamp that we have, long story short. I love Bajas. Well, you were right, Carly. You are correct. Go Subaru. Agreed. Did you know that the Subaru symbol is Pleiades, the star constellation? They call it Subaru in Japan. Bet you didn't know that. Subaru ambassador here. Props, us too. Hashtag ambassador.
It makes me feel really good to be a Subaru ambassador.
Go Jeep. Jeeps are cool, but I feel like they're just unreasonably priced for what you get. Love you too,
Aw.
Eric. Oh.
My brother texted me, said, bye. Go Kia. Hey,
Kias are
go
pretty-
Pontiac vibes. Pontiac vibes are the way to go.
How dangerous are mountain lions? we've not seen any. I think I heard one when we were in Canyon City. I'm pretty sure that that's what that noise was. It was one of the most unsettling noises that I've ever heard.
What did it sound like?
Like, wow, wow, but deep, like a deep, yelly cat scream. It was.
And what'd you say? You were like
uncomfortable.
It could be a bird, or it could be a bear.
No,
or
I don't think
fox.
it was a bird. It could be a fox, because foxes do a thing called a vixen scream when there's like danger around a female fox. She'll like do this wild, crazy. Look it up on YouTube. It's crazy. But it could be that. It could be a bobcat. It could be a lynx. But it's given like how it sounded and how like resonative the noise was, it sounded like a big thing. But
do you know the frother count that we're at?
I don't.
Good amount.
Yeah, it's lots of frothers.
Those frothers, though, they really do change lives.
Yeah,
they make
great.
my drinks infinitely better.
Yeah, fox sounds like a banshee. You were right.
Looking into Subaru.
Subarus are great. The only thing you got to worry about is head gaskets.
Hi, Mother.
Oh, Brenda. Camp's outside. Is he fine? I think he's probably fine. You want to get him?
Oh, he's sleeping.
He's sleeping. Camp's sleeping outside. We'll get him in here in a little bit. So, what else is new? What do you guys want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Was that unprofessional of me? Typical Camp, sleeping outside. You were right. In Moab, do you think we will need... oh goodness, here come all the questions. Do you think we'll be okay without mud tires? We're in Colorado right now. What kind of supplies are you going to get before traveling? That's a good question.
That's a fun question. We need to get more hardwood for the fire in case we can't find any wood out there. It's hard to find wood in the desert.
We need to get almond butter and peanut butter at Natural Grocers. What else? Water. We'll fill up water.
We'll probably get a bunch of oranges.
Yeah, oranges have been our favorite thing lately.
And I have to eat vegetables, so lots of vegetables. Looking chill, bras.
Thanks, bra. Sup. Good one, Jody. Go to Arches. Ooh, yeah. Arches, for sure.
Arches National Park?
Mm-hmm. How far is Arches from Moab? Also, Zion. We want to go to Zion. Do you guys microgreen farm? I don't know what you mean, bud. Hashtag Moab shout out. Zion is cool. I've only heard good things about all the different national parks and stuff in Moab. Or in Utah, rather. And I've never been, so I'm really excited. What places do we want a road trip to? We've kind of talked about that.
I don't know. I just want to I want to start being in kind of places where I can find the long-term goal is to find a spot of land that we can have as like a base for
like
the
a
Scamp.
landing zone.
And a place that we can start building little geodesic domes or yurts or earth domes or something so that people can come and we can offer workshops and classes and
just a place to park different like nomad rigs just so that people have like a landing zone, you know?
Or a place to kind of get started.
Yeah.
We could have used something like that as we started living like this full time. So we want to venture out of Colorado because we know we love Colorado, but it's hard to want to settle here because it's kind of the first stop that we've been to after Kansas. So
but
I don't know.
I feel like we'll probably do it in Colorado if we can find a place.
That would be great. Colorado's awesome. But yeah. I want to I don't have any expectations. I just want to see more of the land. Arizona was sick. Would not probably get a spot of land there. It's really hot. I like the mountains, but I mean, this is just part of our exploration to see more of the world and see what we're looking for in terms of what we would want in a piece of land. Anyway, I missed about 1,000 questions.
Somebody asked if I was a self-taught web developer. Yes, primarily, yes. I use Team Treehouse. I think it's just called Treehouse now, as like a structured learning platform, and that's kind of what kept me on track in learning new things, because they have all these different learning tracks you can take.
Nancy! $40.
Thank you, Nancy.
You two are so impressive. I am 52. I just started watching you 3 weeks ago. Wow. Rock on, kids, and keep on enjoying life.
We will do
Thank
our
you so
best.
much, Nancy.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you found our YouTube channel.
How did you learn about health? Somebody asked.
We have 2 friends who are huge health gurus, nerds, who initially got us thinking about our diets.
Yeah.
Which mine consisted of a lot of garlic bread, cheese quesadillas, pizza, cheese.
The orange chicken from Trader Joe's was a staple for a minute.
Yeah, and then it's just evolved based on our own health needs, and it's kind of practical to live in the Scamp and eat healthy, fresh foods because we don't have a fridge.
Yeah, and then
So
we
we
can
can't
eat.
store.
We don't have to have like a lot of excess. We can just eat exactly what we need to power our bodies.
Mm-hmm. And that's been
Mostly the internet, to answer your question on
what question?
how to, like, where we learn to be healthy and eat healthy.
Oh,
The Tim Ferriss
yeah.
podcast, he had a lot of people on there that really
yeah, a lot of people
woke
are
me up to
healthy,
that.
and
Yeah.
and they offer really good advice to people who want to be healthy.
Give my Moab a shout out, please. Your Moab. Okay, well, we're going to come visit your Moab if you don't mind. Shout out to Moab. I love how you eat. We do too. It's getting better and better over time, more enjoyable. We're getting, like, we've been eating a lot of different, like, mushrooms lately, different powdered mushrooms for, like, cognitive health and stuff.
This is some beet, carrot, and ginger and cucumber juice that my friend Priscilla made me.
Can we drink some?
It's on my diet. You can have a little bit, but this is my diet.
Okay, thank you.
You can eat chips.
I got chips today. Elsa's not stoked. I was craving them and they were on sale. Thank you.
I
It's
told her to
amazing.
put extra ginger in.
Yeah, it's spicy. Wowza.
Parasites. I'm eating really clean, so that I don't feed the parasites. If you're new here, I got a parasite in Guatemala. So I'm trying to starve them out before I go on a hardcore anti-parasite protocol. Because I tried that and it didn't work. I wasn't ready for it.
The Appalachian Mountains, somebody said, was really good. Yeah, Udemy. I've done some stuff on Udemy, but I liked Treehouse just because it was like light and fun, and practical, and they have different tracks for whatever different, like if you want to do iOS design, or if you want to do logo design, or if you want to do like CSS animation, or they just have all different tracks that like weave into one another. And I liked that sort of gamified nature because it kept me going in it. Have we visited Michigan?
Not in the Scamp, but I've been there.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Miss Mary Lou. I'm not even seeing all the
Stupids.
dumbs.
Backup heat source. Down blanket.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Down has been... It's
a game changer.
Yes. This is Go Rumple Blanket designed by Jeremy Collins, who's an artist from Kansas City.
Hello from Jamaica. I want to go to Jamaica. Do you guys, if you Sailing La Vagabond on YouTube, they're freaking awesome. If you guys haven't checked them out, you should.
Sailing La Vagabond. Elena and Riley and their new baby Lenny.
They're awesome.
They have a really awesome situation going on with
they're sailing
Patreon.
around like catamaran.
Yeah, they're killing it, and they make really good videos. And it's fun, even though like I don't know anything about sailing or ocean life. They make just super compelling stories in
And they're
every
always
video.
spearfishing, and I
Yeah.
want to do that.
They've got a good amount of like things to interest dudes and things to interest females, or vice versa.
Yeah. Like Elsa likes spearfishing.
And you like babies,
Right.
so
So it's great.
we're so funny.
I've not heard of Matthew Posa. That sounds cool though. Matthew Posa. I'll have to check him out.
Elsa, are you still doing your really cool art? I do a lot of art in different ways. Lately, I've been focusing my artistic skills on video editing. And crocheting, honestly, but crocheting is done with now that it's getting warmer out. But I need to get back into my iPad doodling. Thanks for the inspiration.
Somebody asked about Scamp tips. They said they're struggling. The first thing that we did is we gutted the whole underneath the kitchen area so that it's all just storage rather than having that little furnace and the 2-burner stove and the sink and all that. We like knocked all that out so that we have enough storage for all of our things. And then we don't convert the bed into sitting space. We just always keep it as a bed, and then we can use underneath the bed for a lot more storage. We have not gotten that under area figured out yet. That's yeah.
I would have liked to put the money that we put into the Subaru into the Scamp.
Yeah.
In this whole kitchenette area here, but like we said, we just don't really have anyone to help us do that.
Yeah.
And we had some awesome people help us do the Subaru, so we did that first.
Somebody said something here. Oh, struggling to move it by hand? I don't know. Just make sure you don't have a lot of weight in the front, like on the tongue and stuff. And if you have a bathroom, that'd probably be a lot heavier because the bathroom would be up front.
Yeah, I wonder where the water tanks would sit too, because we don't have water tanks.
Yeah, we gutted the water tanks as well. Yeah, there's so much storage that's taken up in a stock Scamp. Between the gray water, black water, the furnace, the refrigerator, all that. We gutted all that. So now we have the space to like live. And then we redid each of those systems modularly so we can like pull them out and everything. How do you get mail? We have a P.O. box.
We have a P.O. box.
Or send to friends.
But we, usually use friends' addresses or that thing. You can send to any...
Like General
Post.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Or you can just send it to a UPS store or whatever.
And the first line is like general mail.
Yeah.
Or whatever the term is. But you have to call the USPS to see if they accept general mail.
We did think about building out cargo trailers, but they were right around $5,000.
Yeah, just expensive as a base trailer.
Yeah, and we found the Scamp for general delivery, and the Scamp was $3,700. So it was like, might as well just do that. And the Scamp's way lighter than most cargo trailers.
And it already has windows and is set up with basically what we needed.
April is the most crowded month in Moab. Interesting.
No, don't say that. If it is, we have wheels. We'll just
we'll go somewhere else.
There's 2 dogs outside.
They're local dogs. They come by every day. We did have some deer visitors that walked right up to the window. It was pretty wild. But these dogs are probably scaring them off.
And Camp's like, oh, Mom, put me outside.
Yeah, scams are a freaking thing. If you're ever going to buy a Scamp, make sure that you don't pay the person via like Google Wallet or PayPal or whatever, because people are capitalizing on the popularity of Scamps for sure. Leah, how can I DM you? I don't know. Instagram? Word or eBay? Yeah, it's sketchy. I think one of the best ways, I learned this on PB Nation back in the day, is if you get there, like have them send you a picture of a piece of paper with their like with your name on it, let's say, with the Scamp like in the background, then you know it's real life.
Unless they're really good at Photoshop.
Yeah, but probably not. Weird people or animals.
We're in Moab now. Very crowded here. On the way back to... Uh-oh.
Oh, no. So maybe we're not going to Moab. Where should we go? I don't know. We could go hang out with people for a minute and then go somewhere else.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Well.
What?
Any mold issues with carpeted walls? I think that this is like anti-mold.
Yeah, it's marine grade carpet, so...
It's really great. I'm surprised myself that no.
Yeah,
no
it
mold
was...
problems.
Where you get mold in Scamps is the floor is like a resonated particle board.
Christopher Evan Valley.
Oh no! The Element Man! But yeah, that's where you'll get mold is on the flooring, and then like there's like a wood shelf on the other window, and that'll get a little bit moldy anywhere that there's wood. But yeah, they really hold up pretty well. I wish that they would use a composite material on the floorboard rather than that resonated particle board, because then it would last a lot longer and be a lot lighter. But
Nickers, happy birthday! Valley Camp's allergies are good. For some reason, he's got a really fluffy coat right now. It's strange. It's never before been the case. He's like a real Shiba.
His allergies kick in as the weather warms up and things start to pollinate
and they're kicking in right now.
Yeah.
But we have that dog CBD for him from our friends.
Another good thing that we use is licorice root. That's super effective for allergy suppressant.
Yeah, it's a natural form of a corticosteroid that does not shut down the immune system, so it's really effective. But you can't use it on dogs for more than 2 weeks or it'll diminish their sodium. So you have to be really careful. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why that's the case. I think it's the same with humans. You don't want to be using licorice like every day, always. But humans eat a lot of salt, so maybe that's not as much of an issue.
What strain of flower do we like best? Probably lavender.
Strain of flower is that?
He's talking bud.
Oh, I was going to say sunflower.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really get into all that. Like the whole crazy different strains and stuff. I don't really subscribe to it.
How do I keep hair clean in the Scamp? Oh, there's a lot of places where you can pay for showers. We have friends in town, and I had a couple showers this week, which was really nice. But usually this part of my hair doesn't get too nasty. I just wear hats and keep this part covered up, and it's great.
Yeah.
You're kind of the same way. We both need a trim.
Yeah, I've not trimmed my hair since I started growing it out, so that's probably not a good thing.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, rivers are my favorite place to shower, cold rivers. Truly, like, I would prefer that to anything if it's not, like, blistering cold out.
Yeah. True.
Cold, clean rivers are the
Where are we going to go if Moab is busy? Or are you people saying that it's busy because you don't want us to go there?
Yeah, we can go to Moab, and then we can just go wherever we want from there. But it's, like, just generally trending west, you know?
Yes.
And then we can go north, we can do whatever we want.
Thanks, Lynn. I appreciate you being here.
Do we prefer hot or cold weather?
Oh, that's a good question.
Cold's easier. Winter is the eeasiest, I think.
Which was really
counterintuitive.
Unbelievable. But we had a great time this winter with our wood stove because nobody's around and it's peaceful.
Yeah.
So we're going to come back to Colorado.
Peaceful.
It's very peaceful. We're going to come back to Colorado next winter. And we're probably going to get some sort of a mountain pass and just follow the snow and go ride.
Ride, Sally, ride. Have we read any good books? I'm reading a book right now. I don't recall what it's called. Bruce Lee. I've been reading a Bruce Lee book too. The Artist of Life, I believe it's called. It's excellent. It's a bunch of his journal entries and that kind of stuff, just like encapsulated into a book. Bruce Lee is an awesome philosopher and just generally kick-ass guy.
I started reading The Tao of Pooh, and it is cute.
What is that brand of CBD products? It's
Ninja Hemp.
yeah, if you go to ninjacbdproducts.com, and the code, if you use the code NOMAD, all caps, then you get 20% off.
Ninja Hemp, made by our friends here, locally. Real good stuff. Not a smoker's cough. I'm not even going to argue with you. I'm going to take some CBD about it because CBD has been one of the most helpful things for my cough. I think I took way too much of it last night, though. Do you remember me waking up like...
You were kind of delirious.
Yes, I was. You were like, what's wrong? And I don't know. I don't have any words. I didn't know if I could speak.
I don't know that that's CBD, though, that's doing that to you.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I'm trying to find this book. The Code of the Extraordinary Mind by Vishen. I'll pull up the cover. I'll just show you some of the books that I've been reading lately. Rework is like my business Bible. I love that book. There's The Artist of Life. The War on Normal People is pretty interesting. Political, though.
I think you're a little close.
Built to Last. The
See.
One Thing. Walden. There. Sorry. We'll start again here. Show Your Work is excellent. Yeah. What else? I don't know. I kind of, since I read books digitally, I just kind of like pop into all different books. Derek Sivers' book is excellent. Let's see. Mycelium Running is interesting.
The Secret Life of Plants.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have that?
No.
It's really interesting.
Carlos Castaneda, I started reading those books. Tribe of Mentors is excellent. 0 to 1 is good by Peter Thiel. Sapiens. This is like one of my favorite books of all time. Of course, it's the one that you can't see. Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari. That book is freaking excellent. Sorry about my nails.
It's a really good audiobook, too.
Yeah.
Okay, how about 3 more?
The biography of Benjamin Franklin is really good by Walter Isaacson.
You thought?
I mean, it's slow, but it was just interesting to understand who he is. Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman is freaking excellent. One more. The Stranger in the Woods.
Yes.
That book is really good. Let My People Go Surfing is excellent too. And I'll stop there for now.
You've got all these on your blog.
Yeah. I need to make like a book recommendations page on my blog.
Camp is a Shiba Inu. Thank you, Carly.
Yeah, he sure is. He's a feisty little old dude.
Stranger in the Woods is not a horror book.
No,
it's about
not at all.
a hermit who goes and lives in the woods for 27 years undetected. He steals from a local camp that's close. I think it's a camp for disabled people, but they come in the summer and stay, and then he goes and steals stuff.
But he only takes like the bare minimum. So he's like an ethical thief.
Yeah.
If there was such a thing. It's a really interesting book.
Yeah.
It's riveting. I haven't cruised a book.
Yeah.
Especially, it was a good story, but it's nonfiction, and that's kind of my favorite thing. And it was unbelievable, but real. You should go around Utah in the summer. There's tons of BLM land. Yeah, that's kind of our plan.
No plans to come to Florida.
Sorry, it's just hot down there, yeah.
Salt.
Maybe not with the Scamp.
Hopefully, when I'm a nomad, we'll cross paths. Girl,
Agreed.
I bet you we will. Is that any brighter?
Have you checked out The Power of Now?
Yes, I bought that book for my sister. I didn't read it all the way, but I doodled on every chapter header. So I read each chapter header. I don't think they had titles though on the chapters. The Secret. Will you two get married? Probably not. Can we camp? I miss him.
Yeah, I'll hold them if you want. I'm sorry, I'm just like staring blankly. I'm trying to read all the comments. No macaroni and cheese? No. We haven't had macaroni and cheese in a minute. Lynn Tan, thank you.
Lynn, 1999. Are you out of your mind?
That's so funny that everybody does 99.
Well, is it the way that it comes naturally, or do you guys just do 99 because
I
you're
don't
out of
know.
your freaking minds?
I don't know. Best trailers for winter? Any trailer with a cubic mini wood stove. Baron, Warcraft 3. I have played some Warcraft 3. I don't play it competitively though at all because everybody's so good at it that I just get stomped. But it's a fun game. And they're remastering it, so that'll be sweet.
Hi, Dad.
I'm more excited about World of Warcraft Classic than I am the remastered Warcraft 3 though. Elsa's excited. She's going to play a druid. She's so stoked. That is a Shiba.
He's a little Shiba.
He's a turd.
5 years old. Say hey. Valley. Oh, you are coming out here soon, but we're gonna be gone.
Oh, where's he going?
Keystone.
Oh, cool. How's the humidity in the Scamp with the wood stove? Far better than it was with propane.
But not good still.
I think...
Our windows, it's from getting hot and then cold. If it stayed hot and we kept it like running throughout the night without letting it get cold then hot again, we probably wouldn't have as many problems.
And the condensation forms on the windows behind the reflectix. So if we sealed those up better, they're just like shittily magneted on.
Yeah.
So if they were like more sealed around the windows, I don't think it would get so much condensation in here.
Solar humidifier, dehumidifier, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it may if there's like a really efficient dehumidifier. Maybe.
Oh, he's going to eBay.
Ooh.
Baron just got boots. He said they got a... You did.
What?
Valley said they're going to eBay. So.
Oh, I just got snowboarding boots. I got a $400 pair of snowboarding boots for $60 used. So that's rad.
When are you going? We don't have a pass though, is the thing. He said they have a cool condo.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
I love all the people telling you guys where to go. Oh wait, I did that too.
Did you say people are liking my hat?
Huh?
Miss Mary Lou said people like my hat. I don't understand.
Baron, your hat is very popular.
I've had this hat for a long time.
Oakley. Where are you heading next? Well, we've been saying this whole time we're thinking Moab, but now we hear it's really packed.
So now we don't know. We'll probably Utah though, generally, and then we'll just figure it out from there. We've never been to Utah, so we're excited to go check it out.
April 10th through 14th. Well, Valley, that would require us having to stay here for 2 extra weeks. And we were already going to be gone, but I was too sick to leave, and the Subaru wasn't quite done yet, so...
Yeah.
Why don't you guys come to wherever we're going? Just make a trip.
What are your plans 10 years from now? We don't know what our plans are 10 days from now.
It would be nice to have a spot of land.
That we can invite all of you out to.
Couple spots, maybe, so we could, like, go from one to the other.
Google user still wants us to go to Moab. It's probably my dad.
Oh yeah, you left off with the video stool sample. No, I still haven't gotten the stool sample results back yet, but I will be updating when. On Instagram, people have been pretty eager to hear about that, so I'll post that on Instagram and in my next video. It's
okay, Valley. We can still be friends.
Maybe.
Went to Park City, Utah on my honeymoon. It was amazing. Cool.
Yeah, I'm sure there's tons of places in Utah.
Yeah, I think Moab is like it's like Sedona or
Yeah.
like Telluride or Durango. You know, it's like or Boulder. It's like all those. It's one of those like iconic places, so I'm sure it is.
That's why we want to go.
Yeah, just to see it, and then we'll just go wherever we want from there. Just stay there for a couple weeks or whatever.
Nothing was wrong with the Subaru. We just upgraded, as we said earlier, the AC belt, the gas cap, the alternator, the springs, and the head unit.
A mechanic.
Yes.
And the timing belt.
Ugh. I'm glad we don't have to do any of that again. So.
Yeah. 6-speed swap on the Subaru. I would love to, but from what I've gathered, for both towing and off-roading, automatic is arguably better. But I would love for it to be a manual.
How much do we spend a month?
It depends.
Yeah, it totally depends. Between probably like together a combined $500 to $1,000, depending on what badass upgrades. Like I just bought a Berkey. It's been sitting in the closet because it's so big. We don't know where to put it. But I don't normally buy Berkeys. So on the months where I buy Berkeys,
we spend more.
We spend more.
But like if we're not buying any, and normally we're not. Like this month, we've gotten like all the things dialed in for travel, and we've been buying
all at one time.
Yeah,
so it was an expensive month.
Yeah, we've been like researching for months and months and months, and then saving up, and then we just finally decided to make it happen on all the things that we had been looking at for a long time. We miss the Mini, yes, a lot. I would love to get another Mini at some point.
It's nice in this lifestyle, though, that because we don't spend money on anything that, aside from gas and food, we only really spend money on things that enhance our lives out here. So we have extra money to do that.
Right.
And so then we go hard in the paint when we do spend money. And then we have upgraded quality of life. It's pretty great.
Somebody was just yelling about Jesus. Probably not the most effective method.
Miss Mary Lou.
Gas prices in Colorado are not good.
FJs are cool.
FJs are awesome.
$26,000 is a lot.
Yeah, that's like 3 Subarus.
Do police mess with us?
Not police.
Forest rangers are usually really cool.
Yeah, like 95% of the time they're freaking awesome.
And 5% of the time they're not.
Yeah, just when they're like super authoritarian and just
This public land is not public land, it's my land.
Yeah, it's like, okay, dude, it's our land. It's okay. But I get it. I don't know.
We just try to, if we cause anybody to be upset about us being around, we just leave.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're doing. It's forming no permanent residences anywhere.
Yeah. And we just try to communicate to the forest rangers that we're on the same team, you know, because we're like cleaning up trash and trying to do everything as ecologically as possible and not tearing shit up and not like doing mud donuts and shit.
And trying to teach people too on the internet how to be ethical as well in the way that we treat our campsites and everything as much as we can on the internet.
Did Baron serve in the military? He seems very disciplined. I am very disciplined. But no, I didn't serve in the military.
How much would you say it cost to start your Scamp, life in the Scamp? We'd say about $5,000. With including the Scamp, we had a super basic battery and solar panel. We had a really basic cooler.
You had the BioLite camp stove.
BioLite camp stove was our only cooking stove. And then I think we had lights around, like battery-powered lanterns. We had next to nothing, but we did it. And then slowly we've upgraded everything and continue to slowly upgrade.
Will you be counted in the census? I don't know. I find people around the country that living park on their property fairly regularly.
Oh, nice.
That we haven't really done that a whole lot, just with like really close friends. But that would be a cool thing, just to be able to kind of like spot around and be in different places and stay with people.
Yeah. It's nice to have that luxury of bathroom access, but also it feels a little bit imposing when we are staying with anybody because,
Hey, just coming in to take a dump.
yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
And it's also kind of hard if anybody on the internet does offer us a space, it's a little bit hard to accept that because we don't, you don't know us and we don't know you kind of thing.
Yeah.
So really just friends is who we do that with so far.
Any difference in how they treated you?
U.S. Forest Service versus BLM Rangers.
Not really.
Yeah.
Most of the time they're both really cool, but within the Forest Service, I guess there's like more of a like policing division or something, where they're like
Higher ups.
they're like more like into arresting people and like revenue generation via citations and that kind of stuff.
We got messed with when the government was shut down and like
Yeah.
rangers aren't even anywhere to be found. And a ranger came up and messed with us, and that was annoying.
Yeah. But he was just trying to make some money, you know. Government needs money and whatever. Cheap rent. Where are you guys near? I'm near Boone. I've never been to Boone.
I pressed the like button. Thank
Excellent. Everybody should press the like button.
You. Yeah,
Let's
that's
get a
really
like
good
train
idea.
going. Good idea.
Can I press it too?
No.
Well, I pressed it, but
Oh.
it don't do nothing.
Let's get
85!
Hey,
Wow!
we're doing it. All the likes.
That
Everybody
was,
like.
wow! Look at them all!
Excellent. We should say that more. If you haven't subscribed, yeah, you should do that too.
100! It went up from 77 to 100 likes.
That's something we never ask is like and subscribe because I feel like it's regurgitative.
Yeah, everybody asks that, and
Yeah.
I don't listen. Usually because I only watch people I'm subscribed to.
But it does get me sometimes. If I haven't subscribed to a channel and they're like and subscribe, I'm like, oh, good
You might
point.
as well subscribe.
So we should probably do that on occasion.
Hey, you might as well subscribe for some quality content here in Moab.
Maybe. Can't find it. It's okay, Claire. I like that her name is all caps. Claire Smith.
The Wandering Brady's.
Aw.
999. 999. Are you out of your mind?
Hugs for camp.
Thank you, Brady's.
Come here, Bubba. Oh.
Oh, boy.
Oh, hugs for camp. Oh.
Got a full belly.
He says, I hate you guys. I will give you a like if you answer my question. He's a Shiba Inu. It's a Japanese breed, similar to Akita Inus,
Look how
but
cute.
far smaller and very fox-like, and they have the mannerisms of a cat. And they're oftentimes severely inbred because after World War II, there were only 4 bloodlines of them left. And then the ones that came to America were inbred here too.
He's
He
like,
says,
"Babe."
quit talking shit, Dad. I'm not inbred.
Yeah.
Shibas are awesome. They are awesome. They're a difficult dog, though. Like, you don't get a Shiba unless you're,
Wanting to put some time into.
yeah. You can't, like, discipline them. You just have to, like, earn their respect. He's a challenge.
Yes. So good, though.
He's really good off leash now, except for when his mom's around.
Because he says, my mom is just my friend. She's not my authority. 144 likes. That was amazing. Thank you all.
Yeah, we doubled. Double time. Thank you, Miss Mary Lou,
Yeah,
for
Miss Mary Lou's
mentioning
freaking
that.
awesome.
Yeah, you are the best. I have a wolf hybrid. I would love to have a wolf hybrid at some point. I don't know, like, what content or, like, percent content is your wolf. Another thing that's really interesting is, like, serval cats and savanna cats. They're, like, a mix of wild, like, teeny tiny leopard with domestic cats. It's kind of like the wolf hybrid version of a cat. Those are sweet. But wolf hybrids, I've heard, will, like, dig out of their anything and, like, have a lot of energy and are quite difficult. But I guess it depends on how much wolf content you have in them and what they're bred with. I've never had a cat. I grew up, I've always had lizards until we moved into the Scamp. Reptiles are probably my favorite of the different fauna classes, and amphibians are interesting too, but harder to keep. 65%, so that's a high wolf content. Is it difficult to keep a wolf hybrid? What are you laughing at?
I want to be like not yelling Claire. But Claire, that's how we like you.
Yeah. Claire Smith! Reporting in! Yeah, cats are cool.
Sweet.
I would want some like geeky kind of cat though, like a bobcat hybrid or something. I don't know. Your dog's a brat. He just runs away because he can. Yeah, that's what this little shit does.
He says, "Okay, bye."
Yeah. When Elsa got back, we drove all the way back Camp and I drove to Denver to pick her up, and then all the way back to Canyon City. And when we got back, Camp went outside and was being really good, and I'd had him off leash like the whole time Elsa was gone, because it was just like he and I, so I could keep him in check. And then he spotted a deer after being in the car for a long time, so I chased after him like full sprint through a field of cacti, and
They both got
we had
pricked pretty bad.
yeah, my feet were just full of cactus spines. It was miserable for a few days, and I was just pretty upset with him. But it is what it is.
Well, we're coming up on 90 minutes.
Should we be done?
Why don't we get the last few questions out? We seem to end pretty well at 90 minutes when we
Yeah.
do. So if you've got any last minute questions, we'll take the next 3 minutes to answer them.
And if they're like really pressing, we can go to 100. Probably not.
I bet nothing will be very pressing. Oh, somebody asked how we go to the dentist in Mexico, except I haven't been yet. We don't eat a lot of crap, and we take care of our teeth.
Yeah.
So next time we go, we'll be in Mexico.
Oh, excellent. I will check my instant messages after this. There was another question. What was it? Ugh. Hardest night in the Scamp?
I would say one of those, what comes to mind first is like a cold night, like in Breckenridge, one of our first nights when it was the electricity went
What
out.
came to my mind is the Mr. Bummer. When we had a
Oh,
Mr.
God.
Buddy heater, and it was just, ours was a crap box, and they don't work well at high altitude. So I would have to warm up, whenever we wanted to turn it on, I had to warm up the thermocoupler with a lighter to get it to actually keep spraying out propane. And then once it did that, like sometimes it would just go out, and it was cold as balls, like really, really cold, and we didn't have the gear or the blankets to like accommodate.
We
And
were not comfortable at all, you're right.
I spent like 30 minutes to an hour trying to get it going, and then it still never would go. And yeah, those days were rough. Wood stove is nice because you can count on it to work.
Should I insulate my fiber stream, or do you get by?
What is a fiber stream? Is that like one of the Nest campers, or? She was like Malamy. It's very smart and independent. Yeah, you're right. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Our Scamp is not, it's insulated with a sheet of Mylar and then the carpet on the walls.
It's Reflectix.
Oh.
So it's like the bubble. It's like Mylar, a little bit of bubbles in between, and then another piece of Mylar.
We could definitely do with some better insulation.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
But it would just be like, we would have to pull out all of everything and all the fiberglass, and it would just be a thing to do.
You guys inspired me to go with a wood stove. That's awesome. I would recommend the Grizzly over the Cub if you haven't already gotten it.
And if you have the space.
I don't know if the Grizzly would have even worked in here though. We would get burnt out of here quickly.
But just having a bigger burn box would be nice.
To load more would be easier.
And then we wouldn't have to chop the wood so small.
But this thing gets freaking hot.
That's excellent.
Cool. Well, thank you all for tuning into this live stream. It's getting a little bit dark here, so the video's getting grainy, and we're gonna head out and drink some juice and eat more vegetables because that's all that I can do.
If you guys want to talk more, go to normal2nomad.com and comment on any blog post, and we can geek out on all the things. Or
Patreon.
Instagram. Yeah, and Patreon.
Patreon, we have a good thing. You're kind of taking the lead on Patreon. We'd like to get that going more.
So,
But
normal2nomad on Patreon. Check us out.
yeah.
And if you just like subscribe and comment and stuff, and like any ideas and things that you have for Patreon, we would love to hear, because we're trying to figure out how to position that platform and like make it worth it to people.
Yeah. And make it fun.
Yeah.
And give free stuff, free fun stuff.
Yeah.
Like nomad gear. We want to give like kits away on Patreon and things that are ethical and oh my, Miss Mary Lou.
You are the freaking
I love
best.
you.
Thank you,
There
Miss
it
Mary
is.
Lou. We need to send her some CBD.
Yes, we do. Miss Mary Lou, I'll hit you up. Girl.
Love you, girl.
Okay, y'all.
Night,
This
fam.
was fun.